Okay, so I'm making a video real quick to show you how to get rolling text on a video using CapCut, but really any good video editing software should have this feature, and you're going to be using something called a keyframe. So as you see here, I'm just selecting some text. This is just some names. Obviously, you could do any text. So set it up in your notepad or some other text editing software in the orientation you want it. Okay, that's going to make life easier. And then so we're going to jump over to CapCut. So here's a video I have already released, so we'll just use that. So at this point, scrolling text is usually something like one of the last things I do in a video. So you're going to have your video loaded up in here. You're going to have it all cut together. You're going to have it ready to go. You're getting ready to export it. And we're going to hit this. Let's see, might be what it looks like right here. Okay, and you can hit the T for text down here to add text. That's at the bottom right there. Yeah, so just make sure you're back at your main menu. On the bottom menu there, you see third from the left is text. Hit that. Then hit the A plus add text button. You're going to hit that. And then this is going to jump up and you just right into this field where it says enter text. You're just going to paste that in there. Okay, so this is not where we want it. It's not how we want it. So at this point, you can format this text however you want. You can actually format the individual lines within this box separately if you want. But let's say we want to go with, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, that text, okay? But let's say we want to jump over here where it says styles, and we're going to make it stand out a little more like that. And the background's really busy, so we're going to want to put a background for our text so our viewers can see it. But we don't want it to be too in their face, so we're going to change it to black. And then where it says opacity, we're going to drag that down just until there's just a little bit there, and it just makes the text pop better. You can format it however you want. I'm going to hit the check button. Now it's going to say split text automatically. No, don't split. That's so stupid. I don't know why they're doing that. The next thing you're going to do, this is going to depend on how much text you have. If it's just a couple of lines of text, you don't need to make this very long. If you've got a lot of text, then you're going to want to make it long enough so that the text, okay, doesn't scroll too fast. The longer this is, the slower the text will scroll, okay? So we're going to drag this, I don't know, about that far. Okay, so it's it's about 20 seconds, which is not enough for this much text, but you'll get the idea. So our text is in the middle of the screen, and let's say we want it to start. We're going to drag the box. I'm just clicking on the box where the text is, and I'm dragging it to where I want it. The other thing you do is make it bigger by just hitting it with two hands, two fingers, like two thumbs, and just kind of doing a reverse pinch or whatever. Pull your fingers apart or your thumbs apart, and it will make it bigger. So you can either choose to have it start in the middle of the screen, or for rolling credits, it's not a dedicated credit screen. For example, I will actually drag it until it's just off of the screen. If you accidentally just select it and the box goes away, that's okay. Just click on the little orange bar at the bottom and it will show back up. Now, there's the little diamond symbol with a plus symbol right next to your back symbol. It's about halfway down on the right side of the screen. You should see the back arrow, you should see the play button, and right in between those two is the diamond button. This is your keyframe button, and you're going to just hit it one time. Now you're going to see a little diamond show up right there on that pink bar at the bottom. This is for your text. We're going to go ahead and scroll to the end of the text right there, and then we're going to drag our text to where we want it to stop, okay? So now when we go back and we hit play, this is what you get.
Is it the boys' day out or the girls' day out?
This is not moving as fast as I thought it was. But that's fine. If it's going too slow for you, what you would do is just come over here and you can just drag this back some. Okay? But when you drag it back, you're going to lose your second keyframe. So let's go ahead and drag it back so it moves a little quicker. And once again, you're just going to go and make sure that that vertical white bar just below the play button there is lined up with the end, okay, of where you want it to be, because wherever that is where this is going to stop. So we put that up top there. Now we'll try it again.
Is it the boys' day out or the
So
girls'
now
day
you
out?
see it's moving a little bit faster.
Oh, well.
And there you go. You can,
Not really
of course,
need to.
play around with the keyframes a little
You get
bit,
them
and
some
you can
fresh
actually
straw,
make
though.
it pause
Look, you
halfway
got
through
bugs.
if you want. By adding
Yep.
another keyframe, you would add that keyframe before your end keyframe. So for example, if you want something to come up and pause in the screen, I'll show you how to do that in a second. Okay, but so see, I greatly reduced the size of this bar, and I'll drag this up again, and it should move pretty quick now. Yeah, see, we're moving much, much quicker now. Now, let's say that we want it to pause halfway through. Okay, so we're gonna, you see how that keyframe, that little diamond turns red when I put the white bar over it? Now I can hit the minus keyframe button. It's the same place where the add the keyframe button was. And we got rid of that keyframe. So now what I can do, let's say I want this text to pause halfway through. I can center my white bar on this pink bar where I want it to pause. I can bring the text where I want it to pause, and we're gonna leave it there. Then I'm gonna drag it over to where I want it to stop pausing. I'm gonna add a keyframe by pushing the keyframe button. Then I'm gonna drag it over to the end, and I'm gonna bring this all the way to where I want it to finish. So now what you'll see as we play this, you'll see this text stop.
You don't really need to.
See how it stopped for a second, and then it'll pick right back up and finish up.
Look, you got
so
bugs.
That's a little bit of stuff you can do with keyframes. You can play around with them a little more if you want. You can actually use keyframes to make to blow up your video, to make your video get bigger. You can use keyframes to make the text gradually grow smaller. For example, now we're back at the beginning. I got rid of all those keyframes. I'm going to bring this over to the end, and instead of just doing this, I'm going to blow this up, and you will watch the text blow up as it goes, because basically it's just going to go.
Is it the boys' day out or the girls' day out?
The text is gradually getting larger as we go. So those are things you can do with keyframes. There's a lot of other stuff you can do.
Not really.
But this video is long enough. Hopefully that helps.